struggling, needless to say. Cooper Kidgel leading the way, 16.6 points. Troy Scott averaging about 5.6 rebounds per game. Boone, 2.8 assists and 1.3 steals per game for Western. For Carroll College, your leaders, Match Burnham, just under 20 points per game at 19.95. That rounds up to 20 points per game. Matt Wyman, 6.1 rebounds. Dane Warp, 3.4 assists and 1.5 steals. And then Burnham averaging a shy under a block a game for the Saints. And Warp, wearing that mask on his face for the third straight week after breaking his nose, is fifth in the nation in three-point field goal percentage, hitting 51.1%. Match Burnham ranks 11th in the country in total scoring and is 12th in free throw percentage. And then you have the freshman Shamrock Campbell, who's 12th in the country in three-point field goal percentage. So when it's all said and done, the Saints basketball team is very efficient. And for Montana Western, the team averaging 75.5 points per game, but giving up 75.3. So the scoring margin is just about even. For Carroll, they have about a 19-point advantage. 88 points on the offensive end. They give up 71.1. And Western struggling from three-point line, 32.5% on the season. They're going to need some threes tonight. And we'll see how it all shakes out when these two teams will do battle tonight at the PE Center. Really good crowd filtering in. If you're just joining us here on AM 1490 KDBM or Sports 94.9 and sports949.com. Earlier tonight, the Western women, a 60-46 win over 8th-ranked Carroll. So third-ranked Western women 2-0 against the Saints this year. And the Saints men looking to go 2-0 against the Bulldog men on the season, with another game still to come down in Dillon in a couple of weeks. Saints will be on the road for 4 straight, including next week at Providence, at Northern, and then at LC and at Western and at LC the weekend after that. But when you look at players in this game, Cooper Kidgel, of course, Cedric Boone, of course, and then for the Saints, it's take your pick. A very small bench, but guys that can, you pick your poison. With Match Burnham, Matt Wyman, Dane Warp, all around 19-plus points per game. Then College IA has seen his scoring go up, the best defender in the Frontier at any given position. And then you throw in the role players for the Saints that have played very nicely for Carroll College this year, which comes in 19-2 overall. And got to be honest, Carroll was picked third by the coaches in the preseason. I don't think anybody thought Carroll was going to be this good. And they are, awaiting the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte to join us courtside. And hopefully he'll do it for the game, which we will have when we return. Your starting lineups and your tip-off as the 4th-ranked Carroll men host University of Montana Western tonight at the PE Center. It's Frontier Conference basketball on a Saturday in Helena. And we're back with the game in 3 minutes. This is Carroll College Basketball and Sports 94.9.
Our words have tremendous power. No matter what we may be facing, the words of our mouths can help set the course for victory or defeat. When we talk like we are blessed, when we walk like we are blessed, and we will live like we are blessed. Understand that our words are like seeds. When we declare favor and blessing, we are sowing favor and blessing. We will reap a harvest of favor and blessing. We need to take inventory of what we are saying. Even when challenges and obstacles arise, we must let go of unforgiveness and bitterness. If you would like to experience how I handle challenges and obstacles of buying and selling real estate, give me, John Lagerquist, a call at 439-0650.
When you need it, rent it at A1 Rentals.
You don't have to buy the equipment you need to do a one-time job. A1 Rental has everything you need for your project. If there's a special tool to get that job done, there's a good chance A1 Rental has it. A1 Rental, 1400 Cedar, next to Party Plus.
When you need it, rent it at A1 Rentals.
The legislative session is in. Welcome, legislators. After you're done rallying for change, you're gonna be hungry. Come to the Overland Express for a change of pace. Yoga pants welcome. Leave your tie at the front door. That's right. Overland Express welcomes the legislature to Helena and invites Montana's voices to kick back and relax for a minute over great food and drink. Form a caucus of friends. Make a motion to have dessert. At meal's end, look at a reasonable bill with no loopholes or catches. Welcome to Helena from the folks at Overland Express.
Don't miss certain mattress closeouts at Rucker's Furniture. Right now, you'll find tremendous closeout prices on all in-stock Serta Perfect Sleeper and Simple Dreams models. While they last, you'll get the sleep you want at an even better price. Quantities are limited, so don't delay getting your new Serta bed. Serta beds, not just sorta comfortable, Serta comfortable. You'll sleep like a baby when you get your new Serta bed during the Serta mattress closeout going on now at the America's Mattress Gallery inside Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
If you're looking to buy a house in or around Helena, you should know that area inventory is low and rates are on the rise, which is why you should consider getting pre-approved for a loan before you start looking. In a market where sellers may receive multiple bids, they want the security of a pre-approved applicant. Hi, this is Dennis Hansen at First Community Bank, and that's why I help people get pre-qualified before they start looking for a home. Give me a call today at 449-9300. First Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When trains were the go-to mode of transportation, people demanded a clean atmosphere, a friendly crew, and a comfortable stay. The Money Train is on track with their staff to keep that same old-fashioned friendly attitude to greet you each time you walk into their casino. So grab a drink and watch the game and join the iRewards to win extra cash. Then enjoy the early bird and night owl rewards, drawings every 30 minutes, happy hour, and the best new and classic games. Across from Murdoch's, all aboard the Money Train. A Money Train Casino.
You're listening to Saints basketball. Saints tip-off is next. This is Sports 94.9, your home for the Saints.
Century 21 Heritage Realty broadcast booth is where we are at. Jason Walker alongside the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte. Inside the PE Center at Carroll College. Number 4 Carroll, Montana Western. A great battle tonight in the Frontier. And Western will start Cedric Boone, a 6'1 junior from Minnetonka, Minnesota. Transfer from Lake Region State College. Tanner Haverfield, a 6'4 redshirt freshman from Dillon. Colin Achenbach, the 5'9 redshirt sophomore from Shodo. Connor Burkhardt, 6'7 junior from Shelley, Idaho. Transfer from Clark College. And Cooper Kidgel, a 6'3 redshirt senior from Billings. For Mike Larson in his first year, assisted by Pat Jensen. Carroll will start Dane Warp, 6'4 junior from Havre. Match Burnham, 6'8 senior from Spangle, Washington. Shamrock Campbell, 6'1 freshman from Spokane. Matt Wyman, 6'7 senior from Great Falls. And Ife Kalajaye, 6'2 senior from Rancho Palos Verdes, California, for Coach Kurt Paulson in his first season, assisted by Jack Meisel and Asani Simmons. And Coach Turcotte, this is the second straight game that we get to see first-year coaches going head-to-head. And I mentioned this before you got here. This has become a great rivalry in the Frontier. It's changed a little bit because Western down a little bit in Coach Larson's first season. He's got a young team and redoing the whole offense, the whole defense. But they're going to win some games moving forward. You just hope if you're a Carroll fan, it's not tonight.
Well, they're just is a real size advantage for Carroll tonight. I mean, a couple of these Western guys, I mean, they look like they're seniors in high school. Now they're not, but I mean, just their body, their build, they're young, and they're not even they're not very tall. Burkhardt, they have 1 6'7" guy, and the rest are 6'3", 6'4" at the forward positions. I mean, there's just a huge advantage for Carroll size-wise.
And Carroll wins the tip. And going right to left, and it's Campbell in the home whites with the purple numbers and letters with gold trim. Western in the road blacks, red numbers and letters with white trim. And they take it right. Matt Wyman puts up the first shot over and in, and it's 2-0.
And Western will have to figure out something about how to keep the ball out of the paint against this much bigger Carroll basketball team.
Kidgel, top of the key. Over the left side, Boone. Boone has played nicely in his first season with the Bulldogs. And it's Derek DeRocher. Nice pass down low to Kidgel through the paint, up and in, tied at 2. Our first tie of the night. men or women's game. 2-2 game, 19-10 to go here in the first half of the men's game. And it's Campbell. Now Kalajaye looking for Burnham on the right side. We're seeing something a little bit different tonight, Coach, than we haven't seen is Wyman. Oh, around his defender for the dunk.
Well, Tanner Haverfield, a 6'4" guard from Dillon, freshman, is overmatched trying to guard Matt Wyman.
I was going to say.
Yeah, that's just
This kid Joel over to the right side now, near side, it's Boone. But I was going to say that we're used to seeing Burnham posting up, and tonight Coach Paulson going right away with Wyman on the block as Haverfield's going to try a three and drill a three.
And you can see why they like Haverfield. He's an offensive player. Nice shot there.
And Western has the lead 5-4. 18-20 to go in the half. Kalajaye. You know, one thing, you got a new coach, a bunch of new players for Western, but they're going to play hard as Wyman again in the paint and again over Haverfield, and Carroll takes a lead back 6-5. And
I think you got to front him or something. I mean, you just can't play. That's just candy. You're just going to lay that right over the top of you.
Wyman with all six. He leads Western 6-5 as Kidgel gets to the left elbow on the dribble. Now Haverfield and DeRocher near side. DeRocher gets around Shamrock Campbell, dumps it across the lane. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Carroll basketball. As Troy Scott will check in, the redshirt senior, 6'4" out of Dillon.
And he's a lot more, you know, he's 30 pounds heavier, and he can maybe put his body. And we've seen him sometimes get a little over physical.
Yep.
So let's see what he tries to do against Wyman.
He's a try-harder.
Yeah, but he can
shoot it.
Yeah, he can, and he.
Campbell, 6'5", Saints. Now Burnham. Burnham's going to drive on Burkhart. Burnham to the rack, puts it up and in. Carroll's 4 for 4 from the field, and it's 8-5.
And 4 shots from the paint, all inside, all layups.
Kidgel, left elbow, dumps on top. Scott, left side, Kidgel. Down inside Burkhart. Almost traveled with it, leaves it back out. Kidgel, he'll penetrate, lost the handle. Foul's going to get called. That'll be on Wyman. That'll be his first team foul. Western will inbound with 17-16 to play in the half, trailing 8-5. The fourth-ranked Saints. Boone, far corner, takes the shot. Kidgel will try a three, off the mark. Rebound, Dane Warp on the near sideline, leaves it for Burnham. Burnham now in transition across midcourt. Fakes left, passes right. Wyman into the paint, stripped on the way up by Boone, and into the hands of Scott. And Scott, a great pass to Burkhart, and Warp just got called for the foul. That'll be his first and the second team foul. But a nice pass by
nice pass.
Kidgel, or Scott rather. 16:56 to go in the half. Saints up 8-5. Scott will inbound wearing a new number. I think he wore 22 the last few years, now wearing 12. And he kicks it out for Boone for three. No good, and Wyman with the rebound. Campbell up the near sideline. Heads back middle of the floor over to the right side for Kalajaye. Man defense by the Bulldogs, and it's Warp baseline. Near corner Wyman. Kalajaye is going to try a three. It's off the mark. That's the first miss from the field for the Saints, but the first one outside the paint. Nice drive by DeRocher. He kicks for Boone. Misses the three. Kalajaye with a rebound. Got a 3-on-3. Ife to Shamrock Campbell. Now Warp corner three. Bang! Well, Dane Warp's fifth in the country from distance, and it's 11-5 Saints.
Well, he lit it up Thursday night, and he picking up right where he left off.
16 minutes to go in the half. Saints up 11-5. Kidgel, far side of the floor, brings it middle side, penetrates, leaves it for DeRocher. He'll drive, lefty puts it up, no good, little strong, and Shamrock Campbell with the rebound. Now Burnham, Wyman, corner, Warp, he'll penetrate. Warp puts it up off the glass and in. 13-5. $15:35 to go in the half. Saints up 13-5 after Western led 5-4, so that's a 9-0 run by the Saints over the last 3.5 minutes. DeRocher near side. You can tell DeRocher looks like he's patterned his game a little after Dom Robinson. A lot of penetration, quick passes. He'll line up the three. He'll fake the three. Now he'll drive. Kick up on top. Kidgel for three. As the shot clock expired, he missed it. And Wyman with the rebound. Long outlet up ahead to Shamrock Campbell. Now Wyman, near side Burnham. Burnham fakes the three, drives and draws the foul. As Scott hits the deck. The foul's going to be on Burkhart. As we have substitutions for the Bulldogs. Trey Edwards, a 6'3 senior transfer out of Highline College, Bellevue, Washington. And Jacob Payne, a 6'7 junior from Roy, Utah, transfer out of North Iowa Area Community College. 5 minutes gone by. Saints lead 13-5. The inbound near side to Burnham, and now Campbell. Looks for Warp on the near wing, turns, fires, hits. Wow, well.
Boy, that is a beautiful stroke he has. I mean, he is really feeling it.
And it's 16-5 Carroll with 14:45 to play in the half. And Warp now with 8. Kidgel drives all the way from the left side to the right and leaves it for Edwards. Now a long three by Boone is good. And a timeout taken by Western.
Well, that is a long shot. I mean, that was he had right next to the out of bounds.
That snaps a 4-minute scoring drought for Western. It's been a quick 4 minutes.
Yeah. Not a lot of whistles. Not a lot of whistles. Let them play.
Well, and there hasn't been a whole lot to stop. But Western's 3 out of 8 now from the floor. Carroll 7 out of 8, and the Saints lead 16-8. But Western led 5-4, and the Saints went on a 12-0 run, and then Western hit that three.
Well, it's tough enough on Western when you're outsized and sized, and Carroll can go in, and then Dane Warp gets hot from the three. That's too much poison right there.
Well, I said before the game, it's kind of a pick your poison, and with Carroll, and you've got Wyman, who had the first 6 points of the game, and now Warp has the last 8. And you throw in Match Burnham in there as well.
And they got Dane Warp back at the point guard. We saw this the other night when Shamrock comes out. They're playing Dane at the point.
Thomas Osterfjord off the side of the backboard. Not his shot. 16-8, 14-10 to go. Kidgel a three is in and out. Warp had the rebound, knocked away from behind and out of bounds by Troy Scott. So it'll be with the Saints. Osterfjord, the 6'4 junior, transfer out of Yuba College. 14:07 to go in the half. So I know the head ref, but I have not seen the other two before. So two new.
They're probably Idaho or Washington guys. They like to bring the. I agree with you. I have not seen them.
College IA, top of the key, comes near side Warp. Now Matt Wyman has it, posting up on Scott. 10 to shoot. Wyman drives, kick out. Burnham for three, and it's good.
Gus, that's a nice find by Wyman. That's just a beautiful find.
19-8.
Oh, that's gorgeous basketball.
Saints, the number 1 three-point shooting team in the country. Hit their 10 of their first 12 in the first half Thursday night. 3 out of 5 here. And a foul on College IA.
Oh.
And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. 13:21 to go, first half in Helena on the Bud Light scoreboard. Saints lead Western 19-8. We're back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on Sports 94.9.
Every Wednesday is Wings Wednesday at the Overland Express, and it's your opportunity to savor the best Dragon Wings in Helena. If you like your wings hot, you gotta try it. Wings perfectly cooked with a hot, spicy teriyaki sauce, sprinkled with sesame seeds and covered with onions. Yum! To die for. Enjoy those Dragon Wings in either the restaurant or the lounge when you dine at the Overland Express. Try them any night, but especially on Wings Wednesday. You're gonna love it.
You want to go to a place you can trust for car care. Meineke's got great reviews.
Great customer service. They do what they say they're going to do and in a timely fashion, and they're very fair. We've probably had several $1,000s worth of vehicle work done, and they always jump on it, and the price is great, and I've been totally satisfied with the service. For me, it's really important to have good customer service. It seems like these days that good customer service tends to be more of a surprise as opposed to being the standard, so I really appreciate that. Working with Meineke, you feel like you're part of the family.
If your car is complaining about anything, visit your full-service Meineke Car Care Center on Custer Avenue.
(19-8), Carroll College leading Western, 13:21 to play here in the first half. Western 3 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 7 from distance. Carroll 8 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. And it'll be Western ball after the foul on College I before the timeout. His first, third team foul. The inbound from Scott to Kidgel on the far side. Western swings it around, up on top. It's Boone. Back over to the left side for Kidgel. And now Scott top of the key. Comes right side. Boone, another deep three. This one missed. Rebound, Match Burnham. Now Warp up the far sideline. Good hustle back by Western. Burnham, 3 ball, short. Long rebound, Scott. Match looks like he rushed that one just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. That was not the quality shot that they normally get.
Osterfjord forces the steal into College I's hands with the tip. Now Burnham in transition. College I up on top, step back, long deuce off the mark, and Scott with another rebound.
I don't think Coach Paulson is going to like either one of those last 2 shots.
Both of them very, very quick.
Yeah, and that's not quite in rhythm. That's not quite the shot that they like to get.
Kidgel to Scott. 12:22 to go in the half. Carroll leading 19-8. Now Boone has it. And Edwards up on top. Comes right side. Kidgel works on Wyman. Kidgel into the paint. Wraps it to Payne off the glass and in. Now that's actually Burkhart who was back in.
That's good execution. That's the first time I felt like Western really executed their offense really very well that time.
Warp into the paint. Stop. Jump. Shot good. 21-10, and Warp now in double figures.
He likes playing that point.
Boone over to the right side. Kidgel in front of the Saints bench on the wing. 11:45 to go. 21-10 Carroll. Burkhart rather. Out to Boone. Long shot and long make. It's a 2, and it's 21-12.
Little pump fake. Got a defender in the air. One dribble. Hit a nice jumper on the baseline.
21-12 Saints. 11.5 to go in the first as Warp out on the right side. Hands off College IA. He'll bring it up on top. And pass back to the right side for Warp. Warp now penetrates. Finds Wyman. Wyman goes back door for the easy bucket.
Oh, that's pretty.
And a nice pass by Warp. Wyman now with 8. Warp was posting up 15, 16 feet away from the hoop. Spun around his defender, went back door. Warp found him. 23-12 with 11 minutes to go here in the half. Edwards top of the key, fouled by Warp. Warp second, team foul number 4 as Shamrock Campbell back in and College IA out. Checking in for the Bulldogs, Derek DeRocher.
And Dane got a little too aggressive there on defense. He's just a little too tight there.
Jovan Slavancinin also in. Now Warp out. Slavancinin, the 6'5 freshman from Belgrade, Serbia. Haverfield returns for the Bulldogs. And it's interesting when you look at the Bulldogs, you've got 3 Shoto Bulldogs playing for the Western Bulldogs. Darian Garcia, transfer out of Montana State, and then high schoolers Achenbach and DeRocher. And it's Boone with it. Burkhart, nice post up, got the ball and then missed the shot. And the rebound by the Saints. And Campbell up the far sideline, 23-12, 10:35 to go first half. Saints have the 11-point lead. Campbell over the right side, Slavancinin. Burnham's posting up now. He'll fire from 12. It's in and out. And the rebound, Slavancinin. He'll put it up in the paint. No good. Rebound, Thomas Osterfjord. Skips it over to the far right side. I have no idea how he didn't hit the backboard with that pass. But the Saints have a new shot clock with 10:10 to play in the half. And Slavancinin out on the right wing. He reverses, clears everybody out, brings it middle of the floor, now passes Campbell. Now near side, Wyman. Burnham again posting up, gets around Burkhart, reverses, misses, he'll shoot 2.
Well, that's a great spin move. He catches that ball, and if he feels pressure, he spins baseline. Do you remember Akeem Olajuwon?
Oh, yeah.
Remember him? He's the one that started that. It's not a drop step down there. It's a spin. It's a forward pivot, and it's a spin move. Not many guys can do it. J.D. Solomon could do it.
Burnham hits the first free throw.
And Match Burnham can do it. And it's a good move if you're not a real physically strong kid, but good feet. My bet is both of those guys played a lot of soccer because it takes real good footwork.
Burnham's second free throw.
I know Akeem grew up playing soccer.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't start playing basketball till he was in high school.
midway through the first half, and the Saints have built a 25-12 lead. And College IA in for Burnham now. We got Burnham on the bench, Warp on the bench, and the ball goes off of DeRocher's hands out of bounds.
And that was a real a set that Western had called out of the timeout, and Carroll just really, I don't know if they knew it was coming, but boy, they defended it well.
25-12 Carroll, 9:45 left first half here in Helena. Campbell leaves it for Wyman, just inside the three-point line. He'll drive on Edwards, tried to wrap it to Ostafjord, and it's stolen by the Bulldogs. And it's got a whole lot of bodies hitting the floor, and Boone slides out of bounds on a baseline with it. It'll be Carroll basketball.
Great hustle by Boone. He almost made a great save.
He was player of the week a couple of weeks ago in the Frontier. And the rest come together. I wonder if they're going to talk about if the shot clock should have reset. And no explanation. They're going to say, okay, here we go. 30 on the shot clock. So College Eye inbounds far corner. Ostafjord quickly up on top to Campbell. And now Slovanchinen traveled with it. Yeah. And I do want to take this opportunity to say hello to your former player and current head coach of Flathead, Ross Gustafson, bringing the Flathead boys to the PE Center tonight to watch the girls and the guys' games.
I did not see Ross.
I think they are sitting up behind us.
Oh, my goodness.
Their radio guy came and sat with us for the women's game. But so it'll be a late night getting back to the Flathead Valley, but Gustafson bringing his team back, and we got a whistle and a foul underneath.
That was Ostafjord.
Ostafjord battling with pain.
Yeah, a little extra push in there. Didn't need to.
His first 15 foul. 9:13 to go in the half. Saints up 25-12. Haberfield inbounds. Edwards. Now Boone. Quick three. Off the left iron. No good. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul on Carroll on the rebound as Haberfield hits the deck, and that's Wyman. That's his second. So you got Warp with two and Wyman with two now.
These Western kids play hard. You know, they're going to the boards hard. They're doing a lot of things.
Boone inbounds near corner. Haberfield fakes a three, drives baseline. Ostafjord knocks it loose. Haberfield tracks it down. Double team, gets it to Edwards at midcourt. Lobs it over to left side for Boone. Scott's going to line up a three, and it's good. Troy Scott with his first bucket. 25-15, lead cut to 10. 8:45 to play here in the half. Wyman drives on Edwards, gets into the left block. Shovels it off to Ostafjord. 12-footer is good in the paint. 27-15. 8:33 to go in the half. Boone. Right side, Scott just hit a three. Now he dribbles with the left hand, passes to the left wing for Edwards. Haberfield open, corner three is good. Well, the Saints have been in a zone, Coach, and that's hurt them the last couple of possessions.
Yeah. They're not quite – it's hard to keep the pedal to the metal. You know, when you get up on a team double digits and you know you're better than they are, sometimes you let go.
Ostafjord, 15-footer, no good. Slovanchinen tipped the rebound off the backboard, got it to come back to him, and he puts it up and in.
Nice play.
And it's 29-18, lead back to double digits. 7:52 to go in the half. Drive by Boone, kick out Haberfield near side. Up on top, Scott. Scott shovels it off to Boone, left side. Boone, penetration, finds Payne, who puts it up over the left shoulder and in.
Nice execution.
29-20. 7:30 to go first half.
Western's gotten better since the last time we saw them. I mean, they're better offensively. Clearly better.
Campbell, now Wyman. And fakes the handoff to Slovanchinen. Now passes to Jovan Slovanchinen. And now Campbell on the wing. Finds Ostafjord baseline. Near side, spins, puts it up with the left hand and in. Ostafjord with 4 points, and it's 31-20. Not used to seeing Thomas Ostafjord being so offensive. Now Boone, high dribble down to the near side. Back into the paint. Nice dump off to Payne, puts it up and in. 31-22. 6:45 to go, and Kurt Paulson wants a 30-second timeout to settle his troops down.
Well, he doesn't like Western's getting some real high percentage shots, and they went about the first 7-8 minutes and didn't get any, and then this last 7-8 minutes they're getting pretty good looks every time down the floor.
Well, in the last 8 minutes the score's pretty even. It was 16-5 with 14:45 to go.
Yeah.
And now with 6:45 to go, it's 31-22.
Been matching baskets.
Basically, yeah. And Western up now 50% from the field, 9 of 18. Carroll down to 65%, 13 out of 20. Western's hit 4 threes. Carroll dominating the glass thus far, though, 11-5. And points in the paint, 20-8 in favor of Carroll as Burnham and Wart back in. You got Sylvanchen, College I, and Campbell, the other three. Boone, Haverfield, Scott, DeRocher, and Kidgel. So a very small lineup on the floor right now for the Western Bulldogs and head coach Mike Larson.
There's 5 guards on the floor is what they have, 5 guards.
Yep. College IA, a lot of contact with DeRocher. College IA is going to drive and draw the foul. And he'll shoot 2 free throws. And a 30-second timeout is going to be taken by UM Western. I was wondering what Coach Larson was doing out at the free throw line, but we have a timeout on the floor. 6:30 to go in the first half on the Bud Light scoreboard. Saints lead the Bulldogs 31-22. Back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on AM 1490 KDBM Dillon and Sports 94.9.
And the Pirates pass the ball in and bring it up court, crossing the property line on the far side.
What are you talking about, Buck? It's the half-court line, and who are the buyers?
Oh, yeah. Been looking for a new home with the home team, Capital City Realty. And the no-look pass goes out of bounds, so the home team will be bringing it back in on the near side.
Hey, Buck, we're doing play-by-play here. How does Capital City Realty play into this?
That's a slam dunk tie.
When service matters, call on the home team.
Capital City Realty and Property Management.
Don't miss January clearance savings at Furniture Showroom. Stop in today and shop our fantastic sale prices on our large selection of quality name brand sofas, love seats, sectionals, recliners, tables, and more. And if you need a new bed, you'll love the fantastic prices and incredible comfort you'll find on our complete selection of extremely affordable therapeutic beds. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Don't miss January clearance savings at Furniture Showroom, 2200 North Last Chance Gulch in Helena.
Jared Samuelson at 28 points, 13 rebounds, lead Rocky to an 85-80 overtime win over LC State. Game that just wrapped up in Billings.
Give me that one again, Jason.
85-80 Rocky in overtime over LC final.
Wow, my goodness.
Samuelson 28-13. It's College I shooting free throws, hits the first. Here it's 32-22 Saints. So I don't think LC's won in the state of Montana this year. They lost to Providence and Northern a couple weeks ago. Lost to Carroll Thursday, lost to Rocky tonight.
I know their women pulled off a bit of an upset tonight. They beat Rocky, the LC women.
Yeah, it's 18 over 17, so.
I guess that's not much. But on their home floor, I was surprised. I thought Rocky would win that.
2 Jekyll and Hyde teams that played earlier, really. Nice spin move by Kidgel. Left the shot short, and Sylvanchen with the rebound. 6:05 to go. 33-22 Saints. College I drives baseline. Layup good.
Very quick, explosive step by Ife.
35-22. 5:55 to go in the half. Tell you what, Mike Larson has no problem just putting guys on and off the bench. He's got it's like a soccer team. He's got 28 suited up. It feels like. There's DeRocher, our left side, Boone, 10 to shoot. Keep a hand in his face. Boone will fire a long 3, no good. And the rebound, though, tipped. 3 Saints fought for it, and Haverfield comes down with it, and then he draws a foul.
Well, 2 Saints went up to get that defensive rebound and collided with each other, knocked it out of each other's hands.
So Haverfield at the line, shooting a couple. On the season, 69%, and Brooks the first. 5:28 to go. Saints lead 35-22 here, first half in Helena. In Butte, Northern leading Tech 20-15, first half. Haverfield hits the second. 35-23. Jacob Payne back in. Of course, no relation, I don't think, to Marcus Payne, who was a player for the Bulldogs from Livingston. Jacob is from Utah. Warp, 10 points in the first half, back in after picking up a second foul. Now Campbell's going to try a three, and it's good. He's in the top 10 in the NAI in three-point field goal percentage and just knocks down another one.
Well, you know, he has a really nice-looking shot. I mean, mechanically, that is a very nice-looking shot.
38-23 now with 5 minutes to go. It's Kidgel on the drive. He'll draw a foul, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. And Campbell will draw the foul, his first. 8th team foul already for Carroll. Kidgel, 64%. Well, that's one thing lacking in his game, and he hits the front end of the 2 free throws as DeRocha returns, or check it, Achenbach returns. Match Burnham back in for the Saints, along with Eetu Villa, 6'7" freshman from Helsinki, Finland, as Kidgel misses the second. 38-24, Saints warp all the way down the lane. Got the rebound, took it coast to coast, and it's 40-23.
Well, that is just really good athleticism there.
A timeout taken by the Bulldogs with 4:44 to play. Each team is calling timeouts.
Well, Western, that's their 3rd timeout this half, is it not?
It is.
Yeah.
He has called 3.
Yeah.
Unless the one
might have been a media.
Was a media, the last one. He wanted a timeout, but
yeah, they might have given this to the media.
But it's 40-24, 4:44 to go. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Frontier Conference Basketball on AM 1490 KDBM Dillon and Sports 94.9.
But we're talking about Mike Larson, your coach, taking the timeout.
K235BW Helena, your home for the Saints. This is Sports 94.9.
Foul on College IA, and Coach Turcotte, now I'll let you finish your thought.
Yeah, we were talking about the timeouts that first-year coach Mike Larson is taking. And what he wants to do is not let Carroll blow this thing open to 20 points. And every time Carroll starts to get on a run, he's going to take a timeout until he runs out of them, because there's no reason saving them for the end of the game. You got to stop runs with your timeouts.
Yeah, you can't take them to the locker room in the second half,
No.
the end of the second half.
No.
So Achenbach hits the first free throw, his first point of the night, and it's 40-25. 4:34 to go here in the first half, and Achenbach hits them both. So 40-26. Campbell, Villa, Burnham, Warp, and College I on the floor for the Saints. And it's Campbell with the basketball. Saints at 69.6% from the field. Western at 45. College IA baseline, little 5-foot floater is good. 42-26, Carroll. And College IA now with 6. Drive by Scott, gets it to Payne, and into the far corner. DeRocher, a 3 is no good. Rebound off of Burnham, out of bounds, but they say it went off of Scott. Coach Larson, I think, actually had a legit beef there. That ball went off of Burnham's shoulder out of bounds.
Well, you wish the trail official would have had to help him there.
I got to agree with Coach Larson on that one. But it's Saints ball as Villa up on top for Campbell. Over to the right side, College IA. Now on the far right side, it's Warp. Drives baseline, double teamed, gets it, tried to get it to Burnham, and Scott reached in and stole it away. Scott tried to get fancy to DeRocher. You're down 42-26. You don't need to pass like behind the back. And now it's Achenbach, or to DeRocher, to Payne, who lost the dribble out of bounds.
You know, we saw a behind-the-back pass there. Isn't it rare? You almost never see that in the modern game of basketball.
No.
And, you know, back in the 60s and 70s, it used to drive me crazy. Kids loved to do it.
Yep. Well, and then you look at
Pistol Pete, I guess.
Pistol Pete, but then Magic Johnson kind of took it to the next level, and
but,
Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, you just never see that anymore.
You really don't. Now Campbell, hands off near side College Eye. He'll get up on top. Saints up 42-26, 3:15 to go in the half. Now Campbell. Warp in the paint. Warp, the runner, jumps it off to Burnham. Ball fake right, shoots no good, little short. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll be Carroll basketball with 3:04 to go as Haverfield's going to come right back in. Scott a little hobbled as he heads right back to the training room. College Eye inbound Warp far side, now Campbell. 3 minutes to go. Saints up 42-26. Warp, 3 ball, off the back iron. And Achenbach with the rebound. Now Kidgel, he'll try a 3.
Oh!
No good, rebounded by Warp. Warp running the floor. Look at that ball handling from Dane Warp. Gets to the free throw line. Burnham, 3 ball, good. Lamatch Burnham was wide open. Dane Warp found him, and it's 45-26.
Yeah, Dane loves playing that point. Coach Paulson just put him there last game, first time he's played it. I've never seen him play it before.
Not at Carroll. His third assist already.
Maybe high school he did.
Payne's going to try a 3, no good, and Burnham rips the rebound out of the air, and Campbell quickly across midcourt. 3 on 5. Burnham fakes the 3, drives on Haverfield, takes it right at him, and then the foul. Well, he expected it at the 3-point line because Haverfield was riding Burnham's hip and shoulder all the way down.
I don't think the officials wanted to call the first foul, but the second foul they had to call.
Burnham at the line.
In spite of the fact that Western has played their hearts out and used timeouts and tried to stop runs, if he makes his free throw, it's a 20-point lead. That's just a difference in talent here.
Burnham's free throw is good, and it is 46-26 as Chase Burnham will check in.
And Western has not played bad.
No.
They really haven't.
They've missed some shots as of late.
They have missed some shots. They've had some decent looks.
And some turnovers that have not helped.
They got to make their threes, and they've been missing a few of those.
4 of 15 from 3.
Yeah.
As Burnham hits them both, and it's 47-26. Match now with a dozen, tying Warp for the team lead. 2 minutes to go, first half. Haverfield fakes the 3. Achenbach drives, far side. Nice spin. I'm serious. He looks like Dom Robinson. He really does.
Well, he played with him there at Western and probably.
Kalajaye is fouled on the drive, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. 47-28. Payne with the foul, his first 15th foul. And that is only the 15th foul on Western.
Yeah.
Carroll with 9. Burnham, Warp, Kalajaye each all have 2. Wyman has 2 as well. Burnham actually doesn't have any. It's Wyman that has the other.
And Jason, you're right. That was a very nice move by Colin Achenbach. 5'9" sophomore from Shoto, so he would have played last year.
Well, he redshirted.
Yeah.
Redshirt freshman last year, so he got 2 years with Dom Robinson.
Yeah.
And you could see the influence that the Frontier Player of the Year a couple years ago had. As Kalajaye hits them both, and it's 49-28. Minute 39 to go. Nice drive by Boone. Left the shot short. Rebounded by Campbell. Pretty good defense there by Chase Burnham. Now they quickly down the floor. Kalajaye. And there's the hustle from Achenbach. Out of bounds with it, but it'll stay with Carroll with $1:30 to go. 90 seconds to play first half.
It looked like E2 had a layup there, and Achenbach really hustled. Knocked that ball away.
DeRocher back in, and Achenbach out. So Bulldog for the Bulldogs. The inbound, match Burnham. Near side, now Campbell. Chase Burnham on the near wing. Up on top, Campbell. Passes right side, Kalajaye. 12 on the shot clock. Chase Burnham through the paint. Gets it to Villa. Villa posting up. Villa with a nice move. Villa puts it up from 10 and missed it. It rolled off. And Burkhart with the rebound. Boone quickly down the floor. Finds Haverfield. Open 3. No good. Rebound Burnham.
They've gone a little cold from the 3.
back the other way come the Saints.
That's a good look there.
Burnham drives on Burkhart. A lot of contact. Villa with the rebound. Campbell's going to try a three, and it's good. Well, the Saints will trade that 2 for the 3, and it's 52-28. And a timeout taken by Kurt Paulson with 47.5 seconds to go in the first half.
I think Kurt wanted just a substitution timeout there. He just took a 30.
There was so much contact that Burnham, knocked to the floor.
And then a nice rebound by Etu Villa.
Yep.
And then he found, was it matchup on top? Who did he find?
Shamrock Campbell.
Shamrock Campbell up on top. And, Shamrock shooting has come all of a sudden. He struggled for let's say the first third of the season. But the last 3 or 4 games, he's starting to make those shots.
Well, Campbell is 12th in the country in three-point field goal percentage of 48.5%. The freshman is also 11th in the nation in assist-to-turnover ratio, which is really good.
It's really good.
52-28, Saints lead. Boone to the left elbow, finds Kidgel out on the far wing. Now he'll drive into the paint, put it up over Villa, no good. A late whistle. And Kidgel will shoot free throws. The foul's going to go on Etu Villa, his first. 10th team foul. 36.8 to play, and Kidgel at the line, 1 out of 2. 3 points in the ball game. And short it on the first. Well, Western 10 of 26 from the floor. That's 38.5%. 4 of 16 from 3 as Kidgel missed them both. Rebound, Burnham and Haberfield fighting for it, and Haberfield, they're going to call a Saint for the foul? I think they are. Sit down, please. Foul on Chase Burnham. Crowd doesn't agree with it.
They thought that was a little weak.
Well, Haberfield had matched Burnham's arms, and somehow Chase got called for the foul. His first, team foul number 10, and Haberfield will shoot free throws. And the first one is up, and it is no good.
Well, that's 3 in a row they've missed.
Edwards in. Burkhart out. So, again, the guard-heavy lineup for Mike Larson with 34.8 to play here in the first half.
He literally has 5 guards on the floor. I mean, there's not a forward in the building right now.
Haberfield hits the second. 52-29. 30 seconds to play. It's about a 4-second differential shot clock to the game clock. Campbell top of the key. Burnham tried to go back door, and Campbell to Slavanchin right back to Campbell. Now over the right side, Chase Burnham finds Slavanchin cutting around baseline. His shot in the lane, no good. Kidgel with the rebound. Kidgel's going to push it up the floor. Kidgel, he traveled all over. He went from Marysville to Montana City, and it looked like they weren't going to call it.
Well, I think they were looking to see if there was contact, but he traveled before any kind of contact could take place.
Well, he traveled from about the Sea Halo logo at midcourt to the horseshoe underneath the basket as Boone checks in. 6.8 to go. 52-29 here in the half. Villa will inbound to Campbell. Campbell across midcourt up the far sideline. Stops, fires, at the buzzer.
Well, that's strength.
A long 2.
That is strong. That is a very strong move.
Well, and it's actually a 3. I thought he was way inside the three-point line. And Mike Larson with some words for head official Rob. And now Larson just turned back around and came back after Tesh, the official. But at the half, Shamrock Campbell with a 3. And on the Bud Light scoreboard, it's the 4th-ranked Saints with a 55-29 lead over UM Western. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a halftime show in a moment. This is Carroll College Basketball on Sports 94.9.
Presenting the all-new 3-row 2019 Subaru Ascent from Placer Motors. It's the biggest SUV they've ever made, with room for up to 8. Choice of second-row captain's chairs or bench seating, plus standard symmetrical all-wheel drive with up to 27 miles per gallon. The 2019 Subaru Ascent. Love is now bigger than ever. EPA estimated highway fuel economy for 2019 Subaru Ascent and Ascent Premium models with standard equipment. Actual mileage may vary. Test drive the 2019 Subaru Ascent today at Placer Motors.
When trains were the go-to mode of transportation, people demanded a clean atmosphere, a friendly crew, and a comfortable stay. The Money Train is on track with their staff to keep that same old-fashioned friendly attitude to greet you each time you walk into their casino. So grab a drink and watch the game and join the iRewards to win extra cash. Then enjoy the early bird and night owl rewards, drawings every 30 minutes, happy hour, and the best new and classic games across from Murdoch's. All aboard the Money Train. A Money Train Casino.
What's that sound? What's that smell?
It's the furnace.
Dad, are we gonna freeze this winter?
Why?
Because the furnace doesn't sound so good, and it doesn't smell so good.
You're right. I'm calling Three Brothers. When did you get so smart?
It's called survival, Dad.
Three Brothers Plumbing and Heating. Quality products from York. Install confidence with York Furnaces and Three Brothers. They treat you like family. 449-4343.
Professionals who care. Three Brothers is there.
Don't miss the January clearance going on now at Rucker's Furniture. It's a new year and January is the perfect time to shop for store-wide savings on new furniture for every room in your home. At Rucker's, you'll find the largest in-stock selection of home furnishings in the Helena area. Whether you want to furnish one room or your entire house, Rucker's has the selection you want at prices you can afford, and 12-month financing is available with approved credit. Ask for details. Don't miss the January clearance going on now at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Knowledge is in our nature at Nitro Green.
Feel a little envious of your neighbors in the spring when their lawns come up all nice and green and their shrubs healthy. Right now, your neighbors are receiving their Nitro Green Service renewal letters, and they'll be getting the Nitro Green Service that makes their lawns stand out. If you're not receiving one of those letters, call Nitro Green of Helena, 443-5088. Get signed up for the best lawn care service in town. Don't envy the neighbors anymore. Call Nitro Green, 443-5088. Be proud of your lawn, too.
And the Pirates pass the ball in and bring it up court, crossing the property line on the far side.
What are you talking about, Buck? It's the half-court line, and who are the buyers?
Oh, yeah. Been looking for a new home with the home team, Capital City Realty. And the no-look pass goes out of bounds, so the home team will be bringing it back in on the near side.
Hey, Buck, we're doing play-by-play here. How does Capital City Realty play into this?
That's a slam dunk tie.
When service matters, call on the home team.
Capital City Realty and Property Management.
It's halftime. Saints basketball is on. Your home for the Saints. This is Sports 94.9.
55-29, Carroll College leading Montana Western at the half. That's alongside the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte. I'm Jason Walker. Coach, there's really not much to say. As well as Western played for most of that first half, Carroll just played that much better. And despite the fact they're not as deep, they're a better team, and you're seeing it on the scoreboard. I mean, 55-29. Carroll's unbelievable shooting percentage from three yet again. Western is struggling from the three-point line, and that's a big difference in this ballgame right now.
Well, it is, and we talked about how hard Western was playing and playing with a lot of heart, but then they got to make more shots. I mean, they actually did get some looks the last 10 minutes of the half, and they just didn't make very many of them, especially from the three. 4 for 16 from the three. They got it with Carroll's size and stuff. And you're going to take 16 threes. You got to make 8-9 of them if you're going to take that many, and they didn't.
Well, 4 out of 16. Carroll on the converse side, 7 of 11, and that includes 3 of them from Shamrock Campbell, and 1 there at the end of the half in which Mike Larson wanted to travel, but didn't get it. And when you look at turnovers, Western with just 6 officially, but it feels like they've had it close to a dozen.
Yeah, it doesn't. Carroll's made them pay when they do it. But Carroll 20 for 32 from the half. I mean, that is just efficient basketball. They started the ball game, Jason, and they really went inside, and they pounded Western inside. And then, they kind of got away from that. They kind of got their beat Western off the dribble, some inside-outside threes. They just got too many offensive weapons for Western.
Well, Matt Wyman was 3 for the first 3. He's 4 for 4 for the half, but he hit the first 3 shots for Carroll.
Yep.
And he had the first 6 points. And Western led 5-4 at the 18:30 mark after a three-pointer, and then after that it was all Saints, and they haven't trailed since, and just they kept increasing that lead. And 26-point lead, which is just crazy in the first half of a Frontier Conference game against a very good Western team.
Well, usually when you're coaching and you go in at halftime, if I'm Coach Mike Larson, it's my first year. I'm saying, to myself, gosh, can we play harder than that? Well, maybe a little bit, but not much. Can we play smarter than that? Well, maybe a little bit, but not much. Well, what can we do better? Well, we can defend a little bit better. Carroll's getting too many open looks, and we got to make shots. When you miss those threes, you're really vulnerable to the break. And Carroll's been beating some down on the break. So a little bit harder, a little bit smarter, and then you just got to shoot it better.
Well, your two best players for Western are combined 3 of 14 in Boone and Kidgel from the floor, and a combined 1 of 10 from 3. We'll take a break. We'll come back with with your first half stats and much more. And on the Bud Light scoreboard, it's Saints lead the Bulldogs 55-29. Halftime continues in 3 minutes on Sports 94.9.
To buy the equipment you need to do a one-time job. A1 Rental has everything you need for your project. If there's a special tool to get that job done, there's a good chance A1 Rental has it. A1 Rental, 1400-seater, next to Party Plus.
When you need it, rent it at A1 Rentals.
It's another new appetizing treat from the Overland Express. Now on Sundays from 11 to 3, come in and enjoy prime and eggs. You heard right, prime and eggs. Get delicious prime rib, eggs cooked to order, hash browns and toast, all for just $13.50. What a great Sunday brunch. Or choose from the other tasteful items on their menu that will please anyone's palate. Give the prime and eggs a try this Sunday between 11 and 3 for a special treat for the whole family. Prime and eggs, now on Sunday at the Overland Express.
Don't miss January clearance savings at Furniture Showroom. Stop in today and shop our fantastic sale prices on our large selection of quality name brand sofas, love seats, sectionals, recliners, tables, and more. And if you need a new bed, you'll love the fantastic prices and incredible comfort you'll find on our complete selection of extremely affordable therapeutic beds. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Don't miss January clearance savings at Furniture Showroom, 2200 North Last Chance Gulch in Helena.
Bring home a bigger bed and have more room to stretch for less. Because right now, it's the big price drop at Mattress Firm. For the first time ever, we've dropped the price of a king to a queen and the price of a queen to a twin. That's right, nobody sells Sealy for less. Nobody. So you can enjoy a bigger bed for bigger savings. The big price drop. King for the price of a queen, queen for the price of a twin. Only at Mattress Firm.
Mattress Firm, where it's easy to get a great night's sleep.
What are you grateful for? The sun that shines and brings a new day, the gift of life? I believe that gratitude is a powerful force that opens the door to God's blessings. That is why I try to be thankful in all circumstances, to have an attitude of constant gratitude. And that's a hard thing to do in this fast-paced and sometimes stressful business of real estate. But because I have a strong faith, a great family, an exceptional office, and Century 21 behind me, I believe I can be a blessing to someone each day with my pursuit of relentless excellence. If you would like to experience what I can do for you, give me, John Lagerquist, a call, 439-0650.
Well, welcome back. Halftime. 55-29 Carroll College in the lead. Run through your first half stats. Western 10 of 26 from the floor, 38.5%, 4 of 16 from 3, 5 of 10 from the free throw line. 8 points for Haverfield to lead the way, 2 points for Burkhart, 5 for Boone, 4 for Achenbach, 3 for Kidgel, 3 for DeRocher, and 4 for Payne. 9 assists, 6 turnovers, no blocks, 3 steals for the Bulldogs. For Carroll College, 20 of 32 from the floor, 62.5%. 7 of 11 from 3. Burnham and Warp with 2 each. Campbell with 3. 8 of 8 from the free throw line. 12 points apiece for Burnham and Warp. Each also has 3 rebounds. Warp with 3 assists. 9 points for Campbell. 8 for Wyman and College IA. Wyman's 4 for 4 from the floor. 2 points for Slovanshinin and 4 points for Ostafjord. Slovanshin also with 4 rebounds. Couple offensively. Saints out rebounding Western 20-10. 11 assists, 4 turnovers, no blocks, and a steal. Carroll's largest lead, 26, which is what it is. And bench scoring, Western 7-6 advantage. Points in the paint, Carroll 24-10. Second chance points, Carroll 7-5. And points off turnovers 5-3 in favor of Carroll. And on the Bud Light scoreboard at the half, it's 55-29. Saints have the lead. We're back with the second half after this. This is Carroll College basketball on Sports 94.9.
Hey, it's winter, which means you can sit around and wait for spring or get a new Toyota 4 or all-wheel drive and get out and go. No matter if it's skiing, tubing, breaking out the snowmobiles, a great road trip, or just a drive across town, with a Toyota 4 or all-wheel drive, it's sure to be easier. Add the fact that nearly every Toyota model now features Toyota Safety Sense, a complete suite of driver-assisted technology at no extra cost. Choose the all-new 2019 RAV4, a Toyota Highlander, 4Runner, Sequoia, Land Cruiser, Sienna van, or Tacoma and Tundra trucks, all with limited time savings options, including as much as $3,500 in cash back, financing as low as 0%, or special low payment leases. It's time to get out and go. Your adventure starts at Toyota of Helena. Toyota, let's go places. All financing on approved credit through Toyota Financial Services. All vehicles subject to prior sale. All prices plus tax and title dealer doc fees vary by dealer. For more details, call 1-888-21 Toyota. Offers end 2/4/19.
The name implies tire. It seems obvious. Eagle Tire. Eagle Tire also can help you with 18 other automotive service and repair categories. Now, I'd lose you if I named all 18 right now. Since 1996, every vehicle has been equipped with an onboard diagnostic system. For 40 years, Helena has trusted Eagle Tire for engine diagnostics. Usually, that means tune-ups. That used to be simple. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff that most of us shouldn't even try and fix. So stop on in to Eagle Tire, across from Eagle Lube Express on North Montana by the tracks.
Attention light beer drinkers, a message from Bud Light. You've gone far too long without knowing what ingredients are in your beer. And that's a shame, because beer's pretty great, especially when it's made with great stuff. And Bud Light is made with the best stuff around. Which is why, beginning in February, Bud Light is putting an ingredients label on our packaging. Because it's the right thing to do. And because you deserve to know your beer's ingredients. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, AB, St. Louis, Missouri.
There's always something that needs to be repaired or replaced. And a home equity line of credit from First Community Bank can help you get it done. Borrow as much or as little as you need and use it when you want to. So start thinking about updating your kitchen, consolidating debt, college for your daughter, or taking that much-needed vacation. We'll get you the most competitive rates available and walk you through the easy process. First Community Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
D.A. Davidson & Company, helping Montanans achieve their long-term financial objectives since 1935. As the largest financial full-service firm in the Northwest, ensuring that their clients are invested appropriately throughout their investing and retirement lifetime, giving you the confidence that your finances are keeping pace with the rest of your life. Maybe it's time you make your move to D.A. Davidson & Company, 40 West 14th Street, Helena, Artisan Block. Client-focused, community-connected. Member SIPC.
Alongside the Hall of Famer, Gary Turcotte. I'm Jason Walker. Get set for the second half. Carroll College leading Montana Western 55-29. At Butte, second half just underway. Northern 38, Tech 23.
38-23, wow.
At Northern.
Tech's got a team. I think I don't know how much better they can get offensively. I mean, I really like their defense. I mean, they play hard and they play really tough. I just don't know how much firepower they have, Jason.
Aside from Taylor England, Owens can go off occasionally. They've combined for 19. England has 10 of them.
Yeah.
But we'll see Northern again Saturday night. The first time since, December. First time we've seen them since last year.
Yeah, before Christmas.
Yeah.
We played we played 2 games before Christmas.
Northern and Providence here at home.
And boy, then it's been a long time.
See Providence next Friday night and Northern Saturday here on Sports 94.9. Once again, thanks to Dave and our listeners down in Dillon on AM 1490 KDBM. It'll be Western basketball to start the second half. Boone, Haverfield, Achenbach, Burkhart, and Kidgel. The Saints will go with Burnham, Wyman, Warp, Campbell, and Kalajaye. And we're underway with Western going right to left. And the high post to Burkhart. Haverfield, 3 ball is good. Well, that's a better start.
Real nice set. Real nice set that Coach Mike Larson drew up there to start the half. Got his best shooter an open 3.
55-32. Warp with a great move around Haverfield. Haverfield's left picking up his shoes, and it's 57-32.
Oh, and he got a steal.
And Warp with a steal at midcourt. Haverfield down, chasing. Warp layup good. That's 4 straight for Dane, who now has 16, and it's 59-32 all of a sudden. Kidgel out on the far wing, opposite side of the floor from us here at the Century 21 Heritage Realty broadcast booth. As Boone holds near side, skips it back to Haverfield. Got a little separation, tries a 3, barely draws the iron, and Kalajaye with a rebound. Well, Carroll winning the rebounding margin in that first half, 20-10. Kalajaye misses, get the ball back, finds Burnham, layup good. 61-32. So after a 3-0 start to the half, Carroll now a 6-0 run. And with 18:45 to go, 61-32 in regulation. Earlier today, Rocky beat LC, upset LC in overtime. Shot no good, rebound Burnham. Kalajaye is going to try a 3 fake. Kalajaye. That is a 9-0 run now, and it's 64-32, and we have a timeout on the floor. Timeout taken by Mike Larson, and 18:22 to go on the Bud Light scoreboard. Saints 64, the Bulldogs 32. We're back in a minute. This is Carroll College basketball on Sports 94.9.
You want to go to a place you can trust for car care. Meinike's got great reviews. Here's one of them.
One day they were doing some regular work on my car, but they also took out a dent, and they're like, we have a surprise for you. All nice, smoothed out. I was like, wow, that's awesome. All of them over there were really great. Their customer service is just perfect. Not only are they great at car repairs, they're also great with community, and they're great at volunteering, donating time, money. It feels like coming home. It feels like coming to another family that I just haven't seen for a while.
If your car is complaining about anything, visit your full-service Meineke Car Care Center on Custer Avenue.
Attention light beer drinkers. A message from Bud Light. You've gone far too long without knowing what ingredients are in your beer. And that's a shame, because beer is pretty great, especially when it's made with great stuff. And Bud Light is made with the best stuff around. Which is why, beginning in February, Bud Light is putting an ingredients label on our packaging. Because it's the right thing to do. And because you deserve to know your beer's ingredients. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, ABC in West Missouri.
64-32. Carroll leads 18:22 to go first half. Tanner Haverfield hit a 3 10 seconds into the second half, and Carroll on a 9-0 run since then, Coach Turcotte.
Well, that's the last thing that Western needed to do was to come out flat. The first 3 minutes of the second half, down 20, and you need to come out fired up.
Boone. Good defense by Kalajaye. Haverfield down on the far wing. Up on top, Kidgel. Goes behind the back on the dribble. Left elbow. Stripped away. Got it back in the paint. Turns, fires, and hits. I see.
Yeah.
We've always liked Kidgel's game, but I just see him a little bit more. I don't want to say down, but he doesn't have the same fire on the court that he had the last few years. As Warp with a strong drive. Hits the layup as Haverfield knocked to the deck by his teammate Burkhart. And a chance for a three-point play here as Haverfield picks up a second. But you know what I'm saying is
I do.
He doesn't have that same fire on the court.
Well, they don't have the firepower around him, and they've been taking some beat downs, and they're getting another one tonight.
Warp barely drew the iron on the free throw. 66-34, Saints. Boone into the front court, lobs it up on top, Edwards. Now right side, Kidgel with Wyman on him. Now Boone up top, three ball, hits, shooter's touch, drops in.
Very soft rim there. He missed that one, and
it looked like he missed off the left iron, and
yeah.
Somehow dropped in. Warp's going to try a 3, short, rebound Edwards. 66-37. Boone, nice step back from the free throw line, no good, and Wyman with the rebound. Up ahead, Campbell, and now Warp in transition. Shovels it off to Campbell, right back to Warp. 3-ball, bang! He's not going to miss 2 in a row, and it's 69-37 Carroll.
Real nice find by Shamrock.
Boone crosses midcourt, left-hand dribble. Wraps the pass to Haverfield high post, back up on top, Boone. Midway through the shot clock. Now Burkhart way out. Good defense by Burnham. He doesn't really have to play that tough out with 6 to shoot, and that's an offensive foul.
Oh.
Wyman picks up his third.
That was a very, very tough call on going against Wyman there.
Kidgel was driving
and put his shoulder down, knocked him back.
Put his shoulder into Wyman and then extended the arm way out. So Wyman just picks up his third. That's a tough one if you're a Saints fan. Ostafjord in. The inbound to Boone. And Edwards now near side. Right back to Boone and a whistle underneath. And that'll be an offensive foul. Maybe a makeup foul, but that's on Payne. His second team foul. 16:24 to go in the half. Saints up 69-37. Down at Butte, it's 42-29 Northern. 4 minutes gone by in the second half there. Warp up on top, back running the point, goes baseline, Wyman out to Ostafjord. Now College Eye, now Burnham, back to Warp on the near side. He drives, layup good. 71-37, Warp now with 23.
Well, he's playing at an absolute first-team all-conference level right now.
It'll be hard not to have Carroll with 3 guys on that first team, with Burnham, Wyman, and Warp. And you throw in College Eye with what he does defensively, and a reaching foul. Really no such thing as a reach foul, so it's a hack on Warp, his third. So Warp and Wyman each with 3. And Warp's going to head to the bench with 23 points. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 fouls. He's 10 of 12 from the field.
Yeah.
3 of 5 from 3.
Yeah.
His only 2 misses have been threes, and Ostafjord steals the inbound. Now Kalajaye in transition, all the way down the lane, stripped out of his hands. Goes out of bounds, stays with Carroll with 15:42 to go here in the half. The Saints up 71-37.
And Troy Scott, you could say, is a forward. He's 6'4", but the rest of those guys out there are all guards. I mean, they're all 1s and 2s.
Oh, and an offensive foul on Ostafjord.
Yeah, that's a bit of a flop.
So his second, team foul number 3. The Saints have been whistled now for 14 fouls. Western just 7 in this ball game. Achenbach to Kidgel out on the far side. Now Troy Scott's going to try a 3, and it's too strong. Ostafjord with the rebound, gets it to Campbell. Campbell finds Burnham, stops top of the key, drives on Boone, backdoor Wyman, lost it, got it back, kick out Kalajaye. His pass tipped, and Campbell tracks it down in midcourt. 15:10 to go, 14 on the shot clock. Wyman in the paint, near corner, Kalajaye. 3 fake, Kalajaye, and a foul.
Great find by Wyman. He came off a pin-down screen, curled across the middle of the lane, and found Ife way over in the right-hand corner, right at the end of the shot clock.
Foul on Scott, his first, third team foul, and Kalajaye. Chance for a 4-point play. And it's a 4-point play, and it's 75-37. 15 minutes to go. We have a long way to play, and the Saints have already doubled up the Bulldogs again. It's 75-37. And then Burnham with the steal. Kalajaye, far side, hands off Wyman on the wing. He'll drive, kick out Campbell. Campbell's going to penetrate. Campbell to the rack, no good. Burnham with the offensive rebound, missed it. Gets it back, stripped on the way up. Kalajaye, 3-ball, in and out. And the rebound, we got all sorts of bodies. Wyman, Ostafjord, Scott all collide. And the foul's going to be on Wyman, I think, and if it is, it's his 4th. And it's on Ostafjord, his third.
On Ostafjord, he just scatters bodies in there, but then after the whistle blows, he reaches down, picks everybody up.
And then runs back to the other end of the floor.
Never says a word to the ref.
Burkhart in. Also in for Western, Carter Kern, 6'4" freshman from Hamilton. 14:35 to go. Saints are up 75-37. Achenbach, Kearns, now Boone on the near side. Achenbach gets it back. Over the right side, Kearns. Kearns drives baseline. Back out on the corner, Achenbach. Trying to work on Campbell. Tell you what, Campbell's got great defense going on. Boone, 3-ball, good.
And that was with a hand in his face. Pretty good defense by Dane Warp there.
75-40.
And I think Western's going to jump into a 2-3 zone, which makes sense right now.
The way Carroll's shooting from three.
But slow the game down a little bit.
Wyman tried to go underneath the Burnham, and we have a timeout on the floor as the ball goes out of bounds. 13:55 to go in Helena on the Bud Light scoreboard. Saints in control. They lead the Bulldogs 75-44 or 75-40. We're back in a minute. This is Carroll basketball on Sports 94.9.
The chances of a driver hitting a deer in Montana have gone up to 1 in 57. If you hit an animal, bring your damaged vehicle to Capital Collision Center. You'll receive a voucher for a free turkey when your repair is complete. The accident wasn't your choice, but Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Helena's only Ford F-150 aluminum, Honda, Nissan, Acura, GM, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Kia, and Hyundai certified repair shop. Capital Collision Center on Euclid. Free turkey offer is good through January.
What's that sound? What's that smell?
It's the furnace.
Dad, are we gonna freeze this winter?
Why?
Because the furnace doesn't sound so good, and it doesn't smell so good.
You're right. I'm calling Three Brothers. When did you get so smart?
It's called survival, Dad.
Three Brothers Plumbing and Heating. Quality products from York. Install confidence with York Furnaces and Three Brothers. They treat you like family. 449-4343.
Professionals who care. Three Brothers is there.
$13:55 to go. Saints leading the Bulldogs 75-40. It'll be Western basketball. You know, one thing to think about as you move forward in this game is foul trouble for Carroll. You have Warp with 3. Wyman has 3. Ostafjord with 3. Kalajaye has 2. Kearns is going to try a 3, and it's well off the mark. And Warp with the rebound, his 5th.
There's a lot of time left, Jason. Like you said, there's 13 and a half minutes left. That's a lot of time for a basketball game. Carroll's already scored 75 points.
Yeah, not a lot of time for the comeback. Wow, a ton of contact. Ostafjord, free throw line. Campbell, baseline. Wyman turns, fires, misses. And a rebound and a foul on Ostafjord. I tell you what, I think Kearns just took a flop there, and that's the second foul that Ostafjord's gotten here in the second half on flops.
Well, he's just so physically strong, you know, that when he brushes you, bodies scatter, especially these young Western players.
Boone almost lost it on the near side, and now DeRocher, Kearns, Achenbach out on the far right wing. Now Boone. Stops, fires, 16-footer is good.
Very nice shot.
13 for Boone now, and it's 75-42, and he has 5 straight. Lead cuts to 75-42. Warp, 3-ball, good! Dane Warp with his 4th triple, 26 points, 76-42.
Western tried to, I'd like that idea of playing zone a little bit against Carroll now. Just try to slow him down a little bit.
Boone, another 15-footer is good off the dribble.
He's got that pull-up jump shot. He'll drive and then he can hop backwards.
Campbell, Warp, good closeout. Now Warp penetrates. Ostafjord baseline, Wyman into the paint. Burnham to Wyman for the layup, and it's 78-44.
Great pass by Matt Wyman, or Matt Burnham, to Matt Wyman.
Another step back from Boone and another make. That's 4 straight buckets for Cedric Boone.
Is he feeling it or what?
78-47. And Boone now with 18. Warp into the paint. Wyman down to Ostafjord, blocked by Burkhart. And Boone comes away with it. Boone in transition in the paint, kicks out. DeRocher a long 3 is good. And a timeout taken by Carroll. The lead is cut to 30. It's 80-50.
Some pretty impressive shooting by Western there. None of those were wide open shots. Every one of them was with a hand in your face. They had 4 in a row.
I do have to give a shout out. So we have the Burnhams here in the Solidays, the family. And earlier today I saw that there's a coach down at Vanguard that picked up his 150th win. And it's Coach Soliday. And he has a cousin to match and chase his mom, Sherry. So congratulations. The winning continues in that Burnham family. It's Soliday family.
Yeah, quite a family. I believe they have a young daughter,
Maisie,
who is quite a good basketball player.
She's a great basketball player, and I'm told an even better volleyball player. So it'll be interesting to see if the Burnham family tradition continues to Carroll with her on either sport. Rhett Soliday, by the way, is the coach's name down at Vanguard. 150th career win last weekend.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
wins.
A lot of wins. Well, you've got like 790, so. Do you know your number?
Excuse me, I do not.
You were never a numbers guy. As long as the wins.
I know we won more the second half of my career than first. It takes a while kind of to figure it out, and it took me a while.
Trapped by the Bulldogs. Campbell gets it to College Eye. Finds Warp down low. Lob pass off the backboard. Was trying to go for Wyman for the alley-oop. It went off the basket. Now Boone in transition. Wraps it. DeRocher another 3. This one's no good. And Wyman with the rebound. 11:15 to go. The Saints are up 80-50. College Eye, top of the key. Now Warp, baseline, drives, dumps it across the lane. Knocked out of bounds by DeRocher. Stays with the Saints, 11:03 to go. And Tech has closed to within 3 of Northern. It's 46-43 midway through the second half in Butte.
Yeah, they're making a run at them.
80-50 here.
Who won the women's game there? Northern and Tech.
I had it. Northern did 59-51. So Tech beats 20th ranked Providence last night and then loses to Northern tonight. Now granted, Northern last in the Frontier, but Chris Mowat has gotten a couple of big players back. Haley Nicholson, one of them. So they're playing much better basketball than they were when we first saw them. Warp, another 3. This one's short, rebounded by Burkhart. Quickly up ahead, DeRocher at the far corner. Penetrates, shovels it off to Kearns, who lost the dribble off his thigh out of bounds. To Carroll as Jovan Slavanchanin checks in.
And then the zone has helped Western a little bit. They've been able to get a few stops, which they weren't getting in the man.
We've had 20 combined threes in this game, 11 by Carroll, 9 by Western. Western 34.6 because they're 9 of 26. Carroll 64.7 from 3 and 61% for the game. Carroll's had 11 of 17 threes as Campbell, the penetration, kick out, Ife off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Kearns. Kearns in transition, shovels it off the DeRocher, knocked out of bounds by Wyman. Warp 26 to lead the way. Boone has 18 for Western. Warp's 11 of 14 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. Boone 7 of 13, 4 of 9. Kick out Boone. Got hung up in the air, tried to dribble with it, and the travel's called. So turnover on the Bulldogs, they're 12th.
Well, that was caused by Matt Wyman coming out of nowhere to contest that shot.
Inbound College IA. Far sideline. Angles towards the wing. Here comes the trap. Gets it to Burnham. Ooh, Burnham had Campbell wide open in the far corner.
I think they want to run a little clock. They're shooting the ball awfully quickly.
Well, and Wyman was a little huffy. Not in a angry way, but in a tired way, as Campbell's going to try another three. He's 4 for 4 from beyond the arc, and it's 83-50. 9:45 to go. Boone, Kearns, near side now, DeRocher. And now Achenbach. Penetrated and dribbles all the way back out. Now he picks up his dribble over to the right side, Kearns. Kearns had a nice first game a couple weeks ago against Carroll. Didn't play at all in the first half tonight as DeRocher penetrates. Kearns, 3 at the shot clock, no good. Got the offensive rebound and then put it up off the glass and in.
And Slovakinen did not box out, and we'll hear about it when he gets over to the bench.
And it's 83-52 with 9:11 to go. And this has been a clinic by the Saints tonight.
Yeah. And
really the last couple games.
Well, we had a huge crowd here tonight. A lot of people wanted to come out and see this. The Western women's team is got to be one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the nation.
Well, they're ranked 3rd, and they got to the Fab Four a year ago, and they may do even further this year.
Well, they're better than they were last year. I promise you right now they are better. And the Carroll men's team, another top 3 or 4 team. So, the crowd wanted to come out and see a couple of these really good teams play. And unfortunately, Western's women did not disappoint against the Carroll women. Western's women really played well. And despite a great effort by, I thought the Carroll women, especially Hannah Dean, a monster effort by Hannah.
Yeah.
But you got to give credit to Western's women. And tonight, Western's men are playing their hearts out, but they're just overmatched by this Carroll men's team.
When you look at the Saints as a whole, there's just a few short games left at home.
Yeah.
When you look at it, the schedule, on the road for 4 straight after tonight, at Providence and Northern next week, and then the week after at Western and LC. And then you still have to go back to Tech. You get Rocky at home.
Yeah, it's more than half over.
That's crazy.
It is.
83-52 with 9:05 to go. Saints have the lead and the ball. And Slovanchinin out on the near side. Dribbles up on top. Campbell, 3 ball. He misses. Wyman with the rebound. And he'll dribble back out and leave it for Slovanchinin. Now Kalajaye on the far side. He'll drive, dump it off baseline. Burnham. Burnham working on Burkhart. And Burnham puts it right up and in.
Boy, he just pivots until he finds a good angle.
And a travel at the other end on Kidgel. Turnover number 13 on the Bulldogs. Previous 12 have led to 12 Carroll points. 85-52, 8:38 to go. Kalajaye brings it across midcourt and leaves it left side, Shamrock Campbell. Try to trap. Got it to Kalajaye. He'll dribble out, and now up on top, Campbell. Right back near side, Kalajaye. Wyman in the corner. Wyman holds. Up on top, Kalajaye. Fires the left side to Campbell, and now Burnham will penetrate. Baseline. Wyman blocked by Burkhart. I didn't see Wyman blocked the 3 previous years, and I've seen him blocked more in the last 3 games. And Boone with a strong take, but missed it, and then Burnham with the rebound. Fires it up ahead to Wyman, a little late on the pass, and it's intercepted by Kidgel. And then Burnham with the steal at this end. And now Slovanchinin gets it to Kalajaye. So a couple of turnovers by both teams. Now Ife in the paint. 5-footer's good. 87-52 Saints. 7:40 to play. Kidgel. Up on top to Rocher. Back to the near side for Kidgel. Down inside to Burkhart, and a foul on Match Burnham. That'll be his second. Check it, that's his first. 16 foul. Atuvela in for the Saints, and Burnham stays on as Wyman gets a breather. 7:29 to play. 87-52 Saints. Inbound Kearns underneath the basket. Pump fake, put it up and in. 87-54. College IA. Near side, penetrate, stop. 14-footer, too strong. Haverfield with the rebound. Up ahead, Kit Joel drives. Layup good. 4 straight in the paint for the Bulldogs, and it's 87-56. 7:05 to go. Campbell, Slovanshinin. He'll dribble up on top. College Eye on the right. Etu Villa. Now College Eye. Now Slovanshinin. Now Campbell. Now Burnham for 3 from the corner. It's good.
Great ball movement by Carroll. Just beautiful ball movement.
90-56. 6:45 to go. 3 at the other end. No good. Burkhart tips the rebound out of bounds. Carroll is 13 of 22 from 3. They were 12 of 22 Thursday night. So as good as the Carroll men are shooting from 3, it is the opposite right now for the Carroll women. And that will change.
We hope. But, I mean,
Slovanshinin.
I think you have to give an awful lot of credit to Western's women defensively.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
that was just
yeah. That was Coach Woolley has really got him playing good defense.
Well, you know what Coach Woolley has done down there in 7 years to build that women's team is Boone misses from 3, Villa with the rebound. I mean, it's impressive. The Slovanshinin will drive, turn, put it up, missed it, rebound. Kern. 6 minutes to go. 90-56 Saints in control. Looking for the 20th win of the year in the 22nd game of the season. DeRocher gets a pass from Boone right in front of us. Gets around Campbell. Good recovery by Campbell, but then he kind of wrapped his arm around and draws the foul, and that is his second. And 1-1 coming up as Matt Wyman returns, and Match Burnham will check out. Burnham with 19 points, 7 rebounds tonight. You know, there's a strong case. I know Jared Samuelson has done a really nice job down at Rocky, but there's a case that Burnham has made a point for Player of the Year.
Well, the only thing,
but as has Wyman, as has Warp.
That's the exact point I was going to make, Jason. The thing that will hurt Carroll from getting the MVP is there's 4 guys: Ife, Warp, Burnham, and Wyman. I mean, it just every night it's a different guy.
But consistently more, I think it's been Match.
Yeah, probably.
You know, as well as Dane has played. Matt's had off nights, and Wyman has it on the near baseline. Dribbles out to the corner, and College Eye up on top. Campbell, ball movement, left side, Slovanshinin. Etu Villa steps out. Now he penetrates, lost the dribble, lost the handle, ball loose, still on the floor. We're going to get a jump ball, and that'll be Carroll basketball. So Etu lost it and battled to get it back and forces the held ball. So it'll stay with the Saints with 7 on the shot clock as Chase Burnham will check in with 5:15 to go in a 90-58 game. College Jaya with a nice round of applause. He has a quiet 17 tonight. Inbound Villa, Campbell, 5 to shoot. Wyman, free throw line. Wyman down the block, drives, misses, but fouled, and he'll shoot 2. Kearns picks up the foul, his first. 14th foul on Western, and Wyman heads to the line. He has 10 tonight. First one is no good.
I'm sure Mike Larson, when this season's over, is going to get out on the recruiting trail, and he's going to need an influx of size. And he got the job really late, and then he lost some players when Coach Keller went to Providence, but he definitely needs some 6'7" and 6'8" with some bulk and strength.
Burkhart working on Villa, partially blocked by Villa. He doesn't agree with it. His second. 8th team foul. You got Jacob Payne and Connor Burkhardt, both 6'7", both juniors. So have him for another year to maybe groom whoever they bring in. Free throw good. They gave the point to Carroll, so they got to readjust the scoreboard. It's 90-60. They got 91-69. Maybe it is 91. Wyman with the rebound off the missed free throw. Well, it says 91-59 on the scoreboard, and we have a time or whistle and a foul on Achenbach. Check it in.
What do you have, Jason?
I thought it was 90-60, but I could be wrong. It's James Ramirez checks in, a 6'4" redshirt freshman out of Manhattan Christian. Chase Burnham drives on Ramirez, finds Wyman underneath, missed the easy one, and then Slavanchinin puts it up and in. 93-59 on the scoreboard, so that's what we're going to go with. As nice move by Cole Baker, a 6'2" senior from Missoula, transfer from Wenatchee Valley.
Cole Baker getting in there, getting a chance. Western has emptied their bench pretty much. DeRocher's the only starter.
Darian Garcia, 5'10" redshirt out of Shoto from Montana State. Villa up on top. Campbell has it. 4:10 to go. 93-61 on the scoreboard. And Chase Burnham hits the bucket from 15. 95-61. 4 minutes to go in Helena. Achenbach down to the block. He leaves it now for Baker. Working on Chase Burnham. Now Ramirez posting up Villa. No good. Too strong. Slavanchinin with the rebound. Up ahead Wyman. Wyman, the layup. Good. 97-61. 3:35 to go.
I think we're long past Chile, aren't we? The fans
yes.
What is it, 80-some points?
83.
For Chile.
Nice drive by Garcia. Misses, and Campbell with the rebound. Slavanchinin. Now Campbell. Carroll's going to be 20-2. 9-1 in the Frontier. Villa, the lob to Wyman for the layup.
It was a real nice pass.
And it was almost a no-look lob.
Like a volleyball, like a little, just a flick.
Etu and James Ramirez having a little conversation down on the block. Ramirez fouled by Villa.
And Etu's just a little bit out strength. And Etu has not played a lot of down low and low post defense, but he's going to need to learn to play down there. So this is good for him to get some experience and learn the part of the game where I call the game of angles. When you front, how you front, when you come over the top, when you come underneath. And he's just going to need a lot of experience at that because the European game, they don't do much of that, Jason. It's a perimeter game. They don't post up much, and they don't guard much on the post.
Thomas Ostafiore checks in for Matt Wyman. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Frontier Conference Basketball on Sports 94.9.
KIMO HD3 Townsend, K235BW Helena, your home for the Saints. This is Sports 94.9.
Ramirez hits the second, 99-62.
Interestingly, Jason, we had a huge crowd. We've had some people leave, but a lot of people they enjoy watching this team play. There are a lot of people still here.
Villa knocked out of bounds by Achenbach. Stays with Carroll, 2:34 to go. Carroll at 58.5% from the field, 38 of 65. They've hit 13 of 23 from three. Western 44%, 22 of 50. Slavanchinin all the way wide open. That was so easy.
Yeah, they went to sleep there.
And it's 101-62 with 2.5 to go. Baker drives on Chase Burnham, puts up the shot, no good, draws a foul.
You know, Wendy's ought to do something when we score 100. How about a chili and a baked potato? I mean, it's hard to score 100 points.
especially in the Frontier Conference.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure you're going to.
Yeah, we get to Chile at 83. If we get to 100, we get a little something more. Maybe.
Well, at home, this is now the fourth time that Carroll's broke 100 at home. So you're 4 times a year.
Were there any of the other conference games, Jason?
No.
It's hard to do that against a conference opponent.
They did it against University of Alberta Augustana, 120-64. They had 101 against Northwest and 151 school record against Salish. And that was the game that Dane Warp set a career high with 45. It's 101-63 with 2:15 to go. Campbell, the only starter on the floor for the Saints, as Ostafjord drives, layup. That was strong, and he shot it strong, and it went in, and it's 103-63. Now Baker lost the handle on the drive, tipped it to Achenbach. He'll penetrate. Stolen by Slavanchanin. Jovan down the paint. The layup is good. 105-63.
Nice body control.
Now quickly Kearns a 3. Short. Chase Burnham with the rebound with 100 seconds to go. And Slavanchanin is going to drive against Achenbach. Triple team. Gets it to Villa. He'll penetrate. Lost the handle. Knocked away. Ramirez has it.
Now Villa should have shot that one. He tried to get a little too much out of it.
Achenbach gets it to Garcia. He'll fire a 15-footer. It's good. 105-65. 70 seconds left. Villa posts up. Villa drives. Villa puts it up with the left hand because he is left-handed, no good. Rebounded by Kearns. 50 seconds to go. 105-65 Saints. Baker, short shot. Rebound, Baker. Layup, Baker, good.
And Ivan Slavokin, once again, not boxing out the shooter. That's the second bucket he's given up.
33 seconds to go. Slavanchanin comes near side to Chase Burnham. Burnham's going to drive. Got knocked to the floor by Garcia. And that was a hip check. Back the other way, Achenbach finds Kearns. Out to Baker, fakes the shot. 15-footer, short. Slavanchanin with the rebound. And the Saints could just dribble this one out, and they move to 20-2 on the season. And your final tonight on the Bud Light scoreboard, the Saints 105, Western 67. As the Saints put up 55 in the first, 50 in the second, and get the big win tonight. Their 20th of the year, now 9-1 in the Frontier. Just a dominating performance.
It was a dominating performance. It's a long season for Western this year, but they're very, very young, and they have very little size. But there's some potential there. You can see down the road they're going to be an improved basketball team. And when Coach gets out and gets to recruit a little bit of size, they'll be a factor once again next year.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with a post-game show in a moment.